All right, welcome to Trails and Open Space Committee. I believe we do have a quorum. All right, so could I have a motion to approve the minutes of the October 6, 2021 meeting? Supervisor Richardson. Supervisor Zlotnick, any further discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried. Mr. Kemper, you got the next few items.
Okay, thank you. And I've also got Jeff Williams here in the back of the room assisting me. So the first one, everyone has a copy of the memo I sent out. No sense reading through it start to finish, but just the genesis of this, actually looking back this morning, it was actually late 2018 was the first time we got together on this. So this was, as you see from the memo, a group of representatives representing Saratoga County and the biking community got together. Initially, just with concerns, I think it all started as signage, basically. You know, we hadn't labeled any bike routes around the county. So Supervisor Veach was heavily involved. We worked with a number of bicycling groups, and over a course of a couple of years there and a pandemic in the middle, we finally agreed on a bike route map. As of right now, no incurred costs. What we'll do is to work with DPW and start signing these routes around the county. And this will also allow us, when future road projects are planned or grant opportunities are applied for, this will allow us to increase shoulder widths, add bike lanes and those sort of things on public facilities, bridges and such. So that's a quick summary. I did email out a scanned in copy of the bike route map. I do have larger copies up here. And this has been reviewed by the county attorney's office and reviewed by DPW, and they've both provided their input on the proposal. So as of right now, the resolution will just be sort of adopting a county route bike route map. And I'll leave it up to Supervisor Veach if I missed anything.
I think he captured everything.
Okay.
All right, I'll note Supervisor Barrett is here with us as well. I have a motion for approval of this. Supervisor Richardson, is there a second? Second, Supervisor Barrett. Any further discussion? Thank you, Supervisor Veach, for your efforts on this as well. All in favor? Any opposed? Motion is carried.
Second one is the Saratoga County Community Forest Project update. There is a summary there. I was originally going to be looking for a general support resolution from the board this month. We will be waiting on that till next month. We'll work with the county attorney's office and Mike Naughton. Just drafting, we will actually have a memorandum of agreement in front of the board next month. We're working on those details right now, so it'll be something more formal for the board to look at. We did receive a U.S. Forest Service grant in the amount of $391,000 for this project, ranked number 5 nationally. That money will be passed through as part of the purchase price, and we've tentatively agreed to allocate up to $120,000 that's in the unallocated open space reserve fund. So all those details will be in front of the board next month. I just wanted to keep the committee up to speed on the progress. This is a joint project. It borders the towns of Wilton and Greenfield. And there has been a previous summary that was sent out to the board. Again, no resolution.
Any questions on this?
Excellent. Just quickly, you've got the updates in front of you of what we've got going on the county forest land and Zim Smith Trail. First of all, I just sent out an email about an hour ago. Wanted to thank DPW. They did some significant improvements at our Loudon Road parking lot. There was some deep trenches going into there from washouts, large potholes in the parking lot. All that's been fixed. Crusher run was placed at the end of last week, and we will be retopping that parking lot in the spring with pavement millings, which will be a much more stable surface. So that was something that was, mentioned in Supervisor Veach report to the board last fall as justification for more money for county forest land and trails. So that's completed. I just wanted to thank DPW. We've got a fencing contractor has been selected for the Zim Smith Trail. We're hoping to get that work done. That's along Oak Street in late November. If it doesn't work out, then we'll do that first thing in the spring. We've also replaced all of our existing paper and other types of signs with a new aluminum sign on our county forest land lots. So now it'll be an aluminum sign, and on top of that, we've got sheets of plexiglass. So when they're vandalized with graffiti and other things, we just replace the plexiglass on the top of them, and the signs are staying, and they're much more weather resistant to an actually aluminum sign. So we've ordered about several of those for the county forest land parcels, and we're getting those placed as we speak. This Champlain Trail construction in Waterford is completed now. We have a final punch list, and a press release will be forthcoming from Hudson River Valley Greenway on that issue. Clearing and grubbing continues on the east mitigation site up in the town of Northumberland, county forest land parcels. The additional work will be completed in the spring. Our 2021 open space grants were awarded. Our 2021 trails grants contracts were all sent out to the municipalities, and several of them have been returned, and some are in process at the county attorney's office. So that's moving along. We currently have 8 pending open space and farmland protection projects being administered by the planning department. We anticipate early 2022 that 2 to 3 of those will be closing. We currently have 30 pending trail projects being administered by the planning department, all in various phases of approval. And that's our summary.
All right, any questions from the committee? Supervisor?
Jason, under the first bullet, it says fencing contractor has been selected for fence repairs on the Zim Smith Trail. Anticipated work to begin November 2021, weather permitting. Is that, where is that exactly? Is there a multiple locations?
Yeah, so
And the only reason why I ask, and I can maybe save you some time on your answer, is if you start in Round Lake and you head down to over the overpass, not the overpass, the bridge that goes over the tech park.
That's overpass, yep.
Yep. So, and then just down to the right, there's a 1.9 trail that takes you to the tech campus.
Yep.
Now, if you go down that trail, little ways, not that far, a tree fell down and hit the fence.
Okay.
It didn't look like it was dangerous, but those are the types of things, we should fix and keep in mind when we can, and getting some more money in the budget, as we discussed, for maintenance of the trail is important. But along those lines, one thing we have in town is we've expanded our parks network is we have people that kind of take on the ownership of it, and they're in there all the time, and they'll let me know if there's issues. Do we have anybody like that with the Zim Smith Trail? Because I don't think it would be too difficult to get, unless you already have people doing that.
Unofficially or officially? Because I hear,
Well, either way.
I hear within minutes usually if we have an issue.
It sounds like it's taken care
So,
of.
especially if it's off hours, it seems like, but that's fine. We don't have anything formal. There's a lot of bikers and folks that use the trail, sort of their own sections that, pretty routinely notify me if there's
Oh, good.
anything, all the way down to leaves on the trail. So
That's good enough.
in this section of Zim Smith Trail, the fencing is from Oak Street down. It's that when we originally built it, the railroad required us to use a 3-post cedar. And it wasn't pressure treated, and they've all rotted off. So this is for that section. The section of trail you're referencing by the bypass is controlled by Saratoga Plan in the town of Malta. So I'll let Alyssa down there know about that, because she usually is very informative to me when something happens on our section.
Yeah, it's a pretty high metal fence.
Yeah.
But a tree came down, and looks like the tree was removed, but just something to keep in mind.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone else?
Mr. Chairman, just a quick question for Jason, for my own information. Is vandalism of our county signs on the forest land has that been a real issue?
Yes. Yep. And we didn't really have, the quality of our signs, we started out with paper and they would tear them. And then, both the kiosks that we build, that DPW builds, should I say, and the signs have been, often vandalized, as well as the aluminum signs sometimes for the entranceways and such. So that's why we do monitor some of them with cameras, when these issues arise, and have caught some individuals and solved some of the issues. But obviously they're usually pretty remote parking lots, and the sheriff's department absolutely does swing by them. We have caught folks that way, but it's oftentimes trying to catch somebody in the act.
Interesting, thanks.
Yeah, we do have much less vandalism on the ZIM, only because I think we have, daily patrols or every other day from the sheriff's department, and it's just our usage has gotten so significant on the ZIM, it's almost policing itself much better.
Anyone else? Any other business to come before this committee? If not, motion to adjourn. Supervisor Richardson, second Supervisor Wright. Should have let Supervisor Wright do it. All in favor?
We still beat the over under, so.
Any opposed? Motion is carried. Have a good afternoon, everyone.